Is this the sneaker of the year? Let's find out. What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the recently released A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 4, one of the most anticipated sneakers of the year and probably a lot of people's sneaker of the year. But not only am I reviewing this pair of shoes, check this out, I'm actually giving this pair away. And you know what, I'm not gonna lie, it gets even crazier because I'm also giving away a brand new PlayStation 5, which I know doesn't really fit within the sneaker theme of the channel, but like, let's be honest, who doesn't want a PlayStation 5? I do, and I already have one, so, you know. I think even if you have one, you want a new one. But yeah, this giveaway is gonna be crazy, one of the biggest giveaways I've ever done, and it's all because we hit 1 million subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. An incredible milestone, one that I never thought I'd reach. So thank you guys for that, and make sure to stay tuned till later on the video to find out how you can win one of these two things for yourself. But let's talk about the release of this shoe really quick. This shoe dropped officially on November 23rd for a retail price of $225. And actually, the release of this shoe is one of the most interesting things about this shoe. Obviously, it's a gorgeous looking sneaker, but the Whitaker Group, the company that owns Social Status and A Ma Maniere, decided to do something different with the actual raffle for this sneaker. So in order to enter the in-store raffle for this pair of Air Jordan 4 A Ma Manieres, you actually had to post a 2-minute video on Instagram talking about why you should vote. It was actually a really cool concept by the Whitaker Group. Not only did it get people involved in their local government, which is really important, but also it kind of ensured that bots wouldn't be winning these in-store raffles, which I thought was a great idea. I'm happy I finally got it because this is one of those shoes that I genuinely think you don't really understand how nice the quality of the shoe is until you actually get it in hand. That's one thing I feel like A Ma Maniere has always killed with these Air Jordan collaborations. All of these shoes are incredibly high quality, especially for a $200 sneaker or $225 sneaker, and especially when you compare these shoes to some of the other $225 non-collaboration Jordans, you really are getting a surprisingly high quality shoe for the price. And I've got to say, I've been consistently impressed with A Ma Maniere's collaborations, not just because of their quality, but also because these shoes are consistently really solid releases. They've kind of unintentionally set the bar for themselves so high with all of these great collaborations in the past. Like the Air Jordan 3s were sneaker of the year for a lot of people, including myself. That shoe is probably one of the best Air Jordan 3s ever made, and somehow they've consistently managed to live up to the hype. Now, while these shoes probably aren't as great, in my opinion, as the Air Jordan 3, like the 1 and the 2, I've got to say that the Air Jordan 4 is as close as we've gotten, and it's not just because it's a really solid silhouette. The shoe itself was executed beautifully. But before we get any farther into the review, let's first take a look at the box, which I actually happen to have right over here, and you can immediately tell that it is an A Ma Maniere collaboration with the A logos printed all over this external sleeve. And seriously, James Whitner and A Ma Maniere consistently think of all the details. They have some of the best packaging of any Air Jordan collaboration of the last couple years, consistently, like with every single one of their collaborations. And while these boxes do look similar to one another, which would make sense because they're all from the same brand, they're always very premium and feature really great details. This box, like the shoes, comes in violet ore. You've got the flight text in white and Michael Jordan's silhouette right there on the top in black. You've got the A Ma Maniere logo printed on the side of the box, and of course this splatter print detail, which is on all the Air Jordan 4 boxes, except in this case it's just one color, and the only thing differentiating the splatter print from the non-splatter print is this gloss printing on top of it, which I think is really clean. And then on the front of the box you've got the size tag, and obviously I went with the size 9, which is my true size. We'll get into sizing a little bit later on in the video, but the official colorway of this shoe is violet ore medium ash black. Oh, one other thing that I really like about the packaging of this shoe is that inside the box you've got that same A logo repeated all over the paper, and then attached to the shoes when you first get them is this really great A Ma Maniere hang tag, which looks amazing. I love how glossy it is. It's such a nice detail, and obviously you're not going to wear it with your shoes, but it really does make the package feel that much more premium. But now with the box out of the way, let's get back into the sneakers themselves. So according to A Ma Maniere, the inspiration behind this collaboration and this sneaker in particular are the black and brown leaders changing the world from the heart of their community with purpose, passion, and vision. The A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 4 draws on the promise of youth to be the catalyst for change, standing up in the face of adversity and divisiveness, standing firm on our ethos of timelessness on a silhouette renowned for its impact and significance across time. Needless to say, like all of the other A Ma Maniere Air Jordan sneakers, this shoe has a lot of meaning behind it, which I actually really appreciate. And I also love the fact that this shoe isn't overdone. Because so much went into the inspiration and design of this shoe, the fact that they kept it as simple as they did is really great. I also love the fact that they carried over a lot of the details from previous A Ma Maniere Jordan collaborations. It really helps this shoe not only stand out, but also fit in. It ties in really well with the other sneakers that they've collaborated on, and I think they did a great job. But now let's dive into the materials that make up the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 4 and its beautiful upper. So starting off around the toe of the sneaker, you've got this really beautiful violet or nubuck material that has this sort of washed out purple look, which I absolutely love. It's kind of like a slightly desaturated rust color, and I think it's a gorgeous look on this shoe. And again, like I was saying before, this color is is not the same as previous A Ma Maniere Air Jordan collaborations, but it's very similar and really helps this shoe fit in that lineup. Like if you look at the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 3s, the color on the midsole of the shoe is very similar to the violet ore that you find on the upper of the 4s. It's not exactly the same, but it's very close, and it really helps tie these shoes together, which I absolutely love. Also, I've got to say that the nubuck used on the upper of the shoe is really, really nice. They did a great job with it. It feels very premium. Again, surprisingly premium for a $225 Jordan sneaker, but it does. And obviously they use the same violet ore nubuck material around the entire upper of the shoe. In fact, the entire upper of the shoe comes in the same violet ore color. While it's not all made of the same nubuck material, it's the exact same shade of violet ore, which I think makes the entire upper of the shoe look very, very clean. Moving up from the toe, you've got that classic Air Jordan 4 netting on top of this mesh tongue. Again, both of these materials come in that same violet ore color, which they honestly did a really great job color matching. Like, it's really difficult to get the same exact shade of color on different materials on a shoe, and the fact that it looks like it's literally all painted in the same exact color with one brush is impressive, because that's not how the shoe is made. Continuing up on the shoe, you've got more of that violet ore on the eye stays, as well as the violet ore on the plastic wings on the shoe, and then weaving through these wings, you've also got these violet ore laces. Now actually, it looks like the laces are the one thing that are not exactly the same shade of purple as the rest of the upper of the shoe, which again is not a problem. I personally kind of wish they had given us a set of cream laces to match the midsole of the shoe, but it's really not that big of a deal. I think I could probably take the cream laces from another pair of shoes that I have somewhere. But honestly, then again, I'm also not mad at this lace color either. I feel like it ties into the shoe. I always say that whenever I talk about laces. I need to stop doing that. I feel like it fits the color of the upper of the shoe incredibly well. Then towards the top of the tongue, you've got more of this nubuck material, and of course in the center of the tongue, you've got the Jumpman patch stitched into the middle. Then on the tongue of the left shoe, you've got the A Ma Maniere logo. And one of the things, surprisingly, that I really like about this shoe is that the edges of not only the tongue, but the ankle area are left kind of raw. Like, they are finished, but they're not finished in the way that most Air Jordan sneakers are finished, where they kind of curve together. These are left not sharp, but like a flat edge, which I really think is nice, and it honestly reminds me a lot of some of the off-white sneakers. Obviously, it's not exactly the same, because in a lot of off-white sneakers, you have exposed foam, but on this shoe, it's just kind of an unfinished edge, and I think it really looks nice on this sneaker. Moving inside the shoe, in true A Ma Maniere fashion, you've got this quilted sock liner, which I absolutely love. You've got it on the back of the tongue, you've got it on the inside of the shoe as well. It comes in the same violet ore color, and it just really makes the shoe feel that much more premium. It's one of those details that's on every other A Ma Maniere sneaker collaboration, at least with Jordan brand. In fact, you can also find the quilted detailing on the sock liner of the shoe, which also comes with a patch stitched into the heel that says A Ma Maniere, inspired by street culture, fashion, and the greatest athlete in history. Season, holiday 2022, approved by presumably Michael Jordan, because that looks like his signature. It's rare that an insole is this cool. Like, we get some pretty cool printed insoles, but none that feel this quality. It's a little bit thicker than standard insoles, and the quilted detailing is just incredible. As far as sizing and fit, the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 4s do seem to fit pretty much true to size, just like every other pair of Air Jordan 4s. Now, the sock liner of the shoe is a little bit more slippery than most other sock liners in Air Jordan 4s, and again, I would recommend grabbing the shoe true to size, and if you have wide feet, maybe go up half a size, but realistically, true to size should be fine. Also, I've got to mention how good these Apothecary holiday socks look on foot with the A Ma Maniere 4s. The cream just matches the midsole so perfectly, and they come in 4 different colorways. So if you guys want to grab any of the socks from the upcoming Apothecary holiday collection, it drops officially this Friday, December 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, of course, on apothecary.com. Continuing back in the shoe, you get to more of that Air Jordan 4 mesh, again in the same violet ore color that you found on the tongue of the sneaker. You've also got that violet ore wing right here towards the back of the shoe, which again, color matched beautifully. And then moving back from that, we get to a detail that I've never really seen on a pair of Air Jordan 4s before, and that's this metallic silver rivet on the lateral side of the sneaker. Now, a detail that I really like about this rivet is that you've got the A Ma Maniere logo pressed into it, which I think is a really nice touch, and it does add a nice little bit of interest towards the heel of the shoe. I'm not 100% sure as to the reason for that rivet, other than it being just a cool detail, but I'm not mad at it. I think it's a nice touch. And then finally moving around to the back of the shoe, you've got this classic black Air Jordan 4 heel tab with the Nike Air text, which I really like that they went with Nike Air text instead of a Jumpman logo. I think that's a nice touch. Plus, the text comes in this sort of purpley gray color. It's different than the rest of the upper of the shoe, but it does differentiate itself from the rest of the shoe really nicely. And then hidden behind the heel tabs, you've actually got this Michael Jordan quote. On the right shoe, it says, "It's not about the shoes," and then on the left shoe, it says, "It's about where you're going," with Michael Jordan's signature. So it's a really nice quote. It's a really nice hidden detail, and they seem to add these hidden details on most of their Air Jordan collaborations. There was just so much thought that went into this A Ma Maniere collaboration, and I absolutely love it. I think they knocked it out of the park. Then moving down on the shoe, you get to this predominantly cream-colored midsole, which I really love. It's the same color midsole that they use on the 3s, on the 1s, and I believe also the 2s. And then the cream color is accented by these black hits on the top half of the midsole, both on the lateral and on the medial side of the shoe, adding that next level of contrast and interest in the sneaker. And then finally moving to the bottom of the sneaker, you've got this mostly cream colored outsole with the Nike logo right there towards the midfoot, and then these purple colored rubber accents on the heel and on the toe of the sneaker. So overall, is the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 4 sneaker of the year? For me, probably not. I still think that goes to the lost and found Air Jordan 1s, but honestly, I'm biased because the Air Jordan 1 is my favorite silhouette of all time. I do, however, think that this shoe is a close second or close third. I can't think of too many other sneakers that I would have picked over this shoe for second place or third place. And I know for a lot of people, this shoe probably is sneaker of the year. If you're an Air Jordan 4 fan or an A Ma Maniere fan, this is probably it for you. And I totally understand that. This shoe is absolutely incredible. But this year, Jordan Brand dropped so much heat that it's hard to pick the best one. And like I said, for me, it's the lost and found Air Jordan 1s, but for you, it might be these guys or something completely different. And actually, let me know your thoughts not only on this shoe, but also where it would rank in your personal top 10 in the comment section down below. But now let's talk about how you can win this pair of Air Jordan 4 A Ma Manieres or a brand new PlayStation 5 just in time for the holidays. So entering this giveaway is really easy. All you need to do is click that link in the top of the description below and then follow the instructions. There are two mandatory things that you need to do in order to enter the giveaway, which is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, which you can do through that link in the description below, as well as subscribe to my second YouTube channel. We're on the road to 100K. We're so close, which is now called Seth Fowler, which again, you can do through that link in the description below. And then the two other things that you can do in order to increase your chances of winning by giving you some extra entries are following me on TikTok and following me on Instagram. But that's all there is to it. Once again, all of the information that you need and the links that you need are linked in the top of the description below. The giveaway ends right before Christmas. And again, thank you all so much for 1 million subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I literally would not be where I am right now without all 1 billion of you guys. So thanks again. But that pretty much wraps up the video for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.